In the wild, rugged landscapes of the American West, a group of iconic Native American leaders emerged, shaping the course of history through courage, diplomacy, and sheer will. These great chiefs fought to protect their lands and preserve the cultures of their people in the face of rapid expansion, invasion, and change. From the peaceful negotiations of Ouray to the tactical brilliance of Sitting Bull, their legacies still echo through time. Here are the stories of the great chiefs of the American West. 1. Ouray, Utes. Ouray, born in 1833, was known for his unparalleled diplomatic skills and efforts to maintain peace between the Ute tribe and U.S. settlers. His fluency in multiple languages, including Spanish and English, allowed him to mediate complex negotiations. Despite advocating for peace, Ouray fought to protect Ute land and culture, securing a better future for his people. Even though he couldn't prevent their displacement, he was hailed as the white man's friend and deeply respected by both sides until his death in 1880. 2. Cochise, Chiricahua Apache. Cochise, born around 1805, was a towering figure in Apache history, leading his people in fierce resistance against both Mexican and American forces. His strategic mind and intimate knowledge of the harsh Arizona terrain made him a fearsome opponent. For over a decade, he fought tirelessly to keep Apache lands free from invaders. In 1872, Cochise agreed to a peace treaty, securing his people's place on a reservation in their homeland. He died in 1874, having seen his people safeguarded under his leadership. 3. Geronimo, Apache. Geronimo, born in 1829, was the embodiment of Apache resistance. After losing his family to Mexican soldiers, he vowed to fight for his people and spent decades leading raids against both Mexico and the U.S. Known for his ability to elude capture, Geronimo became a symbol of freedom and defiance. Even after his surrender in 1886, his legend grew, and he toured the U.S. as a living symbol of Native American resilience. Though a prisoner, Geronimo remained a proud warrior until his death in 1909. 4. Little Raven, Arapo. Little Raven, born around 1810, was known as a peaceful leader who believed that diplomacy and coexistence were the best paths forward. Despite his peaceful intentions, he could not prevent the brutal Sand Creek Massacre in 1864, where hundreds of his people were killed. Refusing to give up, Little Raven worked to secure land for his people in Oklahoma, where they could rebuild their lives. His efforts ensured that the southern Arapaho retained a place to call home, even as the frontier closed in. 5. Rainin the Face, Sioux. Rainin the Face, born in 1835, was one of the great Lakota warriors who fought against U.S. forces. He earned his fearsome reputation in the Red Cloud War and at the Battle of the Little Bighorn. Though surrounded by myths, Rainin the Face played a critical role in one of the most significant Native American victories over the U.S. Army. Despite the relentless pressure from U.S. forces, Rainin the Face remained a warrior committed to defending his people and their sacred lands until his death in 1905. 6. Sitting Bull, Hunkpapa Sioux. Sitting Bull, born in 1831, was a legendary Hunkpapa Sioux leader and spiritual guide. Known for his unwavering defiance of U.S. policies that sought to confine his people to reservations, Sitting Bull's visions inspired his warriors to victory at the Battle of Little Bighorn. Fleeing to Canada for safety, he returned to the U.S. only to face continued pressure. Despite his peaceful surrender, Sitting Bull's resistance continued until his assassination in 1890, a tragic event that preceded the Wounded Knee Massacre. 7. Chief Joseph, Nez Perce. Chief Joseph, born in 1840, was famed for his remarkable leadership during the Nez Perce's dramatic attempt to flee to Canada. For over 1,400 miles, he guided his people through some of the toughest terrain, battling the U.S. Army in their quest for freedom. Known for his eloquent speeches, his surrender in 1877 was marked by the famous words, "I will fight no more forever." Despite his eventual defeat, Chief Joseph spent his life advocating for his people and became a powerful voice for Native American rights. 8. Quana Parker, Comanche. Quana Parker, born in 1845, was the last Comanche chief and a bridge between two worlds. Born to a Comanche chief and an Anglo-American woman, he led his people through their last stand against U.S. forces during the Red River War. After surrendering, he transitioned into a successful rancher and statesman, helping his people adjust to life on a reservation. Parker embraced aspects of American culture while preserving Comanche traditions, becoming a key figure in the history of the West until his death in 1911.